I put it like this. She slid in my DMs.
No.
She asked me to, or she forced me to take her out on a date.
Uh-huh.
And here we are.
None of y'all believe that, right? No? Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Real Love. Baby, we made it to episode 1.
I am so excited. I mean, and this is a place I always knew we should be, so you're welcome.
So, we are here. This is episode 1. We got to
Yes.
start somewhere.
We have
One
to.
day we'll probably be celebrating episode 100.
1,000. Until then, though, we have to start at the beginning for episode 1.
All right, so it starts with me finding out that she's going to be coming to work at my TV station. And didn't know who she was, just, I think I saw your name maybe.
Yeah.
But it really was because one of our co-workers at the time, he says, bro, this is my boy. He's like, bro, you saw the new girl that's coming? And I was like, no. So I go over, he tells me, he's like, man, come over here to my desk and everything. So I come to his desk. Then he shows me a photo of you. On the inside, I was like, this girl fine. But, I was just like,
Play it
she cute. And he's like, bro, I don't know if she got a man, but, good luck, basically. And I said, all right, cool. So you come in, a little later. And first day, I see the curls down the hallway. Day 2 comes around.
Yeah.
And I actually get to meet you. So here's the thing. The person that told me about her, y'all used to work in the same market.
Yeah, a few markets ago for me. Yeah.
So they
I
worked
knew him.
in the city together, and they knew each other. So he takes me and one of our other co-workers, and we go back there to meet you. And, to introduce ourselves. So, of course, me being me, I come up in there. We're like, what's up, what's up, what's up? I like to talk to everybody.
Not at all.
What'd I do, baby?
Hey, I'm Brooks. Nice to meet you.
We end up, becoming friends,
Yeah.
and we start talking, as friends. At that time, you were in a relationship.
So I had the blinders on.
You did. You had the blinders on.
Like in New York City, the horses with the carriage, they have the blinders on so I don't see.
She's from Jersey, so
Yeah.
if y'all are wondering where does that come, again, if you're from the South, you're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we don't know that. We start hanging out as a group because the group of friends, we used to hang out like every weekend, right?
Concerts, game night, movie night.
So there were a couple of times where me and Alex, we were,
The only ones.
yeah, the only ones, and we had a really good time when it was just us. So we had been texting, and we kind of had that relationship from the beginning that we would text like all day, every day.
And about any and everything.
About any and everything.
We did not stop talking, I don't think.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Your relationship ended.
Yep.
And
I mean, it even took a few months for you to make your move, and I
took
didn't
a lot
know
of
that
months.
he wanted to make a move at all.
You didn't, or you did?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Not really.
I think I kind of made it clear.
No.
But I probably didn't, because I was
No.
trying to protect myself, because I didn't really know what how you felt about me.
Right. Yeah.
So we went on our first date.
Yeah. And how did you know that it was going to be a date, or what do you think changed it from you're hungry, I'm hungry, let's get food, to go on a date with me?
I don't know. I just felt like that whole week leading up to that day where I asked you out on a date.
Things are a little different.
I don't know if they were necessarily different, but I just think I was building up the courage
Yeah.
to ask you. And I almost felt comfortable enough to know that even if you said no, we were going to be okay as friends.
But that was a concern
That was a huge concern, especially for me.
because we were such great friends that it
Yeah.
was like, oh my goodness, what if this doesn't work out?
Yeah, that could have been bad.
Then I miss out on my best friend.
The crazy part about that is, have you guys ever been in a situation where you really are attracted to somebody
Yeah.
and then turns out they're not necessarily feeling the same way about you?
That hasn't happened to me ever.
Really?
No.
Or you just that beautiful that nobody wants to turn you down?
Beyonce fan.
Bianca. No, seriously though.
rude.
Seriously though. It was like, you know, we just kept growing and growing
Yeah.
and growing, and then I finally got that courage to ask her out on a date. So we went to our favorite spot.
Yes.
But even before we got there,
Yeah. He
I had to
said,
ask you, right?
he had to ask me. It was, you were nervous.
I was nervous.
Yeah.
How did I ask you?
So cute. He said, hey, can I just have a little bit of your time? Just a little bit. And I was like, yes, you can have it all my time. Take all my time. Take it. I don't want it anymore. Take it.
Were you shocked?
I was, because it kind of caught me off guard, because it was one of those things where it was like, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, so we're going out more and more, just us two.
Right.
We're doing more things, just us two. Like, even like running to the store, like, oh, I have to go shopping. Oh, me too. Like, things
That's
like
true,
that, you know? So it was like, hey, we're doing more and more, just us two. So something must be coming. I don't know. And then at that time, I was in a headspace of, oh my goodness, like if I get any closer to him, I'm gonna hurt him, because I was coming from a pretty bad situation before, and in the past, we all had those issues. But yeah, so I was like, oh my goodness, if this continues, like I'm not in any place to do this. I can't do it. Oh my God. So then when he asked me, I was like, my heart fell first, because I was like, this is it? That's the question. That's it.
That's
and
the
then
question.
yeah, so I kind of went through like a whirlwind of emotions, because I hadn't been asked out like on a date in a long time.
First date goes really well.
Yeah.
I didn't know how it went. So funny piece of the story, I guess you could say. I get on the phone as soon as I drop her off back to her place, and I call my best friend. I'm like, bro, let me tell you, bro. First date was it. Like that was it. So he was like, really, bro? He was like, okay. And now on the inside, I really didn't know how it went. I didn't know. I mean, I thought it went well, but sometimes girls, they can be a little. You know how y'all could be sometimes. Y'all know y'all be sitting there smiling. Oh, thank you for the date. And then in reality, y'all ghost us.
No, I could never.
That just became more and more.
It was like the launching pad, I think. Where
It
it was
was.
like, okay. Because at first, I think that we both were a little nervous, because it's like, does the conversation change? I mean, because we talk all the time, so it's like, what do I talk about? Like, I remember thinking that and thinking like, Alex, like, stop. I had to have a couple glasses of wine to calm me down.
No, I was thinking the same thing, because I'm like, we talk literally all day, every day. What if we get to this dinner table and we're just like,
and all you hear is somebody cutting bread and putting butter on it.
that would have been really bad.
That would have been so awkward.
That would have been really bad.
That would have been so bad. But we did not have one awkward moment. We had dinner, then we went to a rooftop bar afterwards.
We had a really good time.
Yeah,
we really did.
It was a great time.
So things continue to grow.
Yes.
Things continue to grow. We start dating June 3rd.
You made me dinner.
June 3rd, that night was an interesting night, because I asked her to be my girl, and she says no. Can y'all believe she said no to me?
Wrong. I said no. Why?
No, you said no. Are you crazy?
That's
I
essentially what I
remember.
meant.
I remember it. I was just like, she's like, whoa, did she really just say that
Yes. I was like, why? Why me? Why? What? What are we doing? No. No.
to me? Yeah, you
No.
said no.
And I was like, literally, why?
So I had
Why?
to put together an entire PowerPoint presentation on my laptop that night, so I could put on the big screen and prove to her that we need to be together. Yeah. Maybe I didn't do the PowerPoint,
No.
but I did have to kind of come up with a couple of reasons and stuff like that, because I think she wanted to make sure that she didn't hurt me.
Yes, definitely.
But that you didn't bring anything from previous relationships into our relationship, right?
lot of
Which I
baggage.
respect, which I totally respect. And I'm actually glad you did that. But at the same time, I wasn't afraid of a challenge. I don't mind a challenge.
You heard that, ladies?
Fellas, don't ever be afraid of a challenge.
Yeah.
Because there are people who just you know, may not be in the same place as you. So that's what makes you both different, but that's also what makes a strong relationship because you learn each other, you learn what works, you learn what doesn't work, and then you keep moving forward and you keep pushing. So that's what we did.
And in times like this where we're in quarantine and we're spending a lot more time together, it's great. But you do learn a lot about a person when you spend so many hours and hours and hours.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah?
Yes, you do.
It's like I live here, kinda. You live there, kinda.
It's crazy. And matter of fact, babe, we're going to have to do a video on that because we have our differences about couples living together and whatnot. So,
like, what makes sense?
So we do not live together. And now she spends a lot of time over here.
Yeah.
But she got to go home at night. That's just the way we operate over here. That screen went black, which means it is time to go. You have been watching Real Love, so you know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to be breaking out all of the hottest topics. And if you have a topic that you want us to discuss or maybe a question that you want to hear,
an answer to.
Yeah, an answer.
I got you, boo. I got
Thank you, baby.
Let us know.
We'll
Subscribe.
see you. Yes, you've been watching Real Love.